Do you know what it means to survive as an Omo-Ale, especially in this part of the world, especially in this society where reputation means everything? Oh my goodness, it hard to say, but you would live all your life proving yourself, because you learn early that respect is not freely given to you, so you work twice as hard to earn it, and then you carry the weight of expectations of having to rise above the stigma that being called an Omo-Ale brings. The exhausting part of this thing is people are always watching. They are watching closely, waiting for you to make mistakes and expecting you to fail. And so you have to constantly fight to remind yourself that you're more than that label. This is a short story, surviving as an Omo-Ale. If you have ever been called an Omo-Ale, a bastard, you know what that feels like. It feels like to carry a weight you never asked for. It's not just an insult to us, to you, and of course to me. It's a dare, a challenge to prove that you are not what they say you are, to show them that you are more even when it feels like you're less. There are 3 levels of pressure. Pressure from society, pressure from family, and pressure from oneself. But surviving as an Omo-Ale means you have to carry all 3 pressures on yourself, because of course you have to prove a point to people, the society, to family, and of course to yourself. And so to prove this point, every day you wake up with a silent vow, one that nobody hears but you. So you say to yourself, oh, I will survive this. And that's the thing about being a student of life. You don't just survive, you endure. You push harder even when it feels like the world is pushing you down. So over time, you get tougher, you become independent. So much so that you forget what it means to lean on anyone else. You lose that soft side of yourself, that gentle part that used to, laugh easily, cry freely. And now, now, you only survive, hardly survive, surviving hardly. Your life becomes a series of battles, and you carry it all alone, all by yourself. Not because you want to. I mean, of course, who wants to carry the weight of the world on their head all by themselves? But because you've learned to, so you have to. You bottle up things, those small aches, those big pains, and in those quiet moments, you wonder, is this what it means to be strong? At what point did I miss the definition of being strong? But strength comes at a cost. So you feel yourself drifting further. You lose that sense of femininity, that softness they told you was once weak. Of course, it has to go. You survive, but in doing so, you almost forget what it means to simply live. Simply live. You make mistakes, of course, and then you cover them up. Why? Every single one, every single mistake you make, you do it alone, and every single one of them, of course, you do it alone because of the fear of being judged, and it weighs heavier than the mistake itself. And then, the worst part, sometimes you don't even learn from them. You are too busy hiding them, too busy pretending they didn't happen, too busy covering up for your mistakes. I mean, like, you're all by yourself. You're trying to prove a point to people. And so other times too, the lesson stays with you. It's clinged to your heart, and it reminds you of every missteps that you have taken. You lean on it like a crutch. But sometimes too, even that feels like a burden. I think, sometimes I sit down and I ask myself, which of this burden is more heavier? The burden of leaning on my mistakes, clinging onto it, or the burden of constantly fighting to prove myself, to prove a point. And then, in those moments, I really wonder, when did life become so heavy? Did I enter from a wrong door, or am I in another world? But of course, I can see people with my skin type, so I'm still existing in a world where everyone is living simply. But here you are, here we are, here I am, still standing, still moving forward. Even when it feels like, you've got nowhere to go. You've been called names made to feel like you're less. But each day you wake up and you prove to yourself that if no one else, I am more. I am more. I survived. Like, I keep surviving, yes, but maybe, just maybe, there is more to life than surviving. Maybe there is still a chance to live. And of course, how do you figure out that chance? How? And so I understand that you I don't even want to get started about what it means to face emotional toll of loneliness, isolation. Even if you try to keep your head down and go unnoticed, the shadow of your labels follows you. We take too many calculated steps. Oh yes, and of course, and then nobody's talking about the scary parts for a girl. When the male gender extends a handshake, you are extremely too careful to not allow that handshake get to the elbow. What's more, this is an endless journey of proving a point, an endless journey of surviving as an Omo-Ale. Yet, through all of this, we have been able to find strength. You've been able to, survive by pushing past through the noise and, proving to ourselves and to those who doubt that we can thrive despite all of that, despite the society that, seeks to confine us with a word. I've also come to understand in this endless journey of proving myself that it's about turning the pain into power. It's about showing that, why they might have a name, alright, our true value comes from how we choose to write. I am not guaranteeing you, I'm not assuring you that I have figured this out 100%, but I'm sure I'm confident in the actual process. I know life definitely is going to teach me we are out of distance. Maybe. Till then, I'll live, I'll survive, and of course, maybe loosen up a bit and learn how to live simply. Life as a Zillion is also not easy.